Hello, welcome to the last week for this course. I am really excited that you've come through to the end. Congratulations that you are finishing the course this week. I'm very, very proud of you, extremely proud of the accomplishment you are making. You are doing something that many leaders cannot even imagine having this kind of opportunity. Many leaders go into ministry without the preparation that you've gotten that has equipped you to be able to identify, spot the right kind of people, develop. It has taught you to be able to set a clear vision, develop competencies, and be able to make sure that you target the kinds of people that you can bring into your organization and then develop to be able to work with you to accomplish the vision that God has put into your heart. This is something that many leaders don't have the opportunity to do, and I'm very proud of you and excited that you have gotten the opportunity to do. Take note of everything you have learned. Make sure that as you go through life, you start applying some of these principles, because when you apply these principles, this is strategy, my friends. This is how you strategize and you recruit, develop people, and help them be able to achieve their visions in life, and by so doing, you achieve your own. This week is the final week, and we are going to be looking at legacy planning, succession. Remember, the title of this class is about legacy planning. It's about recruiting people and developing them as leaders. But John Maxwell said something that really resonates with me here. A leader's lasting value is measured by succession. I think you should remember this. A leader's lasting value is measured by succession. I think this is true also, whether you're looking at a leadership development program like the one that we're equipping you to be able to create, or you are looking at any organization that you lead in the future. Your lasting value as a leader is going to be determined not only by what you do in terms of the products and services you create. Your lasting value is going to be determined by succession, because we know that it takes more than one person to do something great. We know that to be able to do something great and sustain it in the long run, to be able to make a great impact over time, over 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, that's when impact happens. People take time to change. When you create an organization where you actually impact people but also work on succession, you actually really impact their lives in the present and in the long term. So legacy planning is going to be crucial for you. And by that, we're going to be talking about many things this week. You're going to be learning how to create legacy. You're going to realize that you need to be able to have a process for everything in your organization, and that includes a process for developing your leaders and a process for ensuring that legacy planning is put at the top of everything. Something that I also want you to be able to stop at the end of your leadership development, in fact, you think about that as you go, is that when your 3 years, if it is 3 years like we do here, Jesus' leadership development program was in 3 years. My leadership development program as a physician is 3 years. A lot of leadership development programs that are very intentional last 3 years. Now, some could be longer, some could be slightly shorter, depending on what you want to accomplish. But when you do accomplish your leadership development, there comes a time where you lay hands on your people and realize that God has worked with them to develop them to a point where you can release them and say, go into the world and make disciples of all nations, like Jesus released his disciples, that I will be with you. That you will continue to support them, you continue to back them, you continue to be there with them, backing them in prayer and providing other support, but you realize that they have gotten to a point where they are ready to go out. There has to be that point, and you graduate them. I share a lot of tips and Bible verses and different things that I want you to be thinking about when graduation time happens. In many ways, Austin Bible Institute, I hope you guys realize this, that in many ways, Austin Bible Institute is a leadership development program. Many of you, your programs are going to be 3 years, 4 years, and it's a little different because it is a combination of a leadership development program and also a school. For example, I've made sure that I mention over and over that a leadership development program that you create in your work site, in your organization, which is not going to be like ABI, is different in that you are not trying to train people from scratch like ABI is doing, because ABI is a school. You're not trying to train people from scratch. Even Jesus did not hire people that he trained from scratch. Jesus's people were all mature leaders. They had professions. Some were tax collectors, some were fishermen. They were mature adults who had work that had skills that could be transferred. Fishing is so much like winning souls. And Jesus knew that. The people that came into his program were not people who were young people who needed to go to college and get some life training like in our society. So many times the leaders that you're going to recruit into your organization are people that already have, if they needed to have, college degrees and all of that, and they have them, they have some experience, they have some job experience, and then you're going to be hiring people that are already 80% prepared by the time they come through the door. Remember the quote we said all along, that 80% of the work of developing leaders happens as they work through the door. You recruit people that already are ready to go from day one, but your development will now help them be able to be more effective at doing work within your organization. So that's important. And I also, again, want to remind you to be able to make sure you celebrate and graduate people, and that you continue to mentor them and remind them that continuing education, continuing to learn. Every day, leaders are learners. When you stop learning, you stop leading. Leaders are teachers. When you stop learning, you stop teaching. When you stop learning, you stop leading. Again, it's a huge pleasure to get to participate in this training program, in this course with you. I have been excited to see your progress and the things God is doing through you. I pray that you'll continue to walk in faith and that you'll implement these lessons. And if you have any questions, remember that the relationship we get to build through ABI is a relationship that I become a lifetime resource for you. Even my students that have graduated from ABI, I tell them, if they have questions, if they are in a position in life where they think that my wisdom may be able to empower them, they can reach out to me through email. Some of my students have my phone number. They can reach out to me by phone or whatever method is available. And I want to be able to make sure that I not only teach you how to win souls, how to develop people, but I'm there to coach and support when you're on the field on your own as a full-blown leader, because I have a mentor, I have a coach. Everybody needs a mentor, everybody needs a coach. Thank you again for taking this class. I will see you in other classes at ABI.